Hello, children. Welcome to a special edition of Book Reading Today. Now, you might be wondering, why is Dr. Chen wearing a face mask? An even better question is, when we go out on the streets today, or maybe when we go to the store, maybe with our parents, with our grandparents, with our aunts and uncles, why do we start seeing people wearing face masks? Now, that's exactly is what we're going to be talking about today. I'm actually at my own home, and so when you're at your own home, it is safe and you really don't need to wear a face mask. But I just thought it would be fun to start the video off with that. Today's story, it is interesting, it is special, not just because of what we'll be talking about, but also because instead of reading to you from a real physical book, oh yeah, and that's for my psychologist friends, I'll actually, be reading to you from an electronic book on the big computer screen. Now, one more thing before we get started. Today's story is made available by Ms. Tara Tussle from Autism Little Learners. It's a website, so for any parents who might be watching this with your child, in case if you want to check it out, the website will be below the video in the description, because today's resource, that's where it came from. All right, let us get set. So let me make sure the camera is looking at the TV well. How about that? All right, looks good? Yeah, I think so. All right, I'll be reading off screen, but I will have a gigantic mouse cursor, and that will be kind of my hand for the day. All right. Seeing other people wearing masks. And that is a story for children. It's for all of you. Sometimes I might see people wearing face masks at the store, right? Different people can be wearing face masks nowadays. Wearing a mask at a store is a new thing, meaning we really didn't do that before. This is because of a germ called COVID-19. Now, pause. A germ, or sometimes we call virus, is something that makes us sick, and we don't want them. And this particular virus, its name is called COVID-19. Now, I want to pause real quick because for some of my friends who might happen to celebrate Christmas in December, you might be looking at that and think, that kind of reminds me of a Christmas tree ornament, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Now, the main difference is a Christmas tree ornament is nice to look at, but it does not make us sick. But a virus like COVID-19, it does make us sick, and we don't like them. The other main difference is a Christmas tree ornament is big enough that we can see with our own eyes. But a COVID-19 or the virus is so tiny that we would never be able to see with our own eyes. Not unless if we magnify it way big. Now, in that case, that's kind of what it would look like. All right, let's continue. Before COVID-19, I usually only saw doctors and nurses, and may I add dentists, wearing a face mask. That's kind of what they would look like, working in a hospital. Now, more people are wearing them in different places, not just in a hospital. So it can be a hospital, it can be a grocery store, or it can be a restaurant. People just wear masks all over the place nowadays for good reasons. And let's talk about that later. In a store, I will see some people wearing a mask and some people not wearing a mask. So you see, some do and some don't. When somebody wears a mask, I can only see their eyes. I won't be able to see their nose or mouth. Their nose and mouth are under the mask, and that is because it's covered by the face mask. It's still there, but we just can't see them. The people wearing masks can still talk, and they might even be smiling at me. I just can't see their mouth because it's covered. Now, this is important. People wearing masks take them off when they get home. Then their family can see their nose and mouth again. Now, Like I said before, when we're at home, at our own home with our family, we're safe and we don't really need to wear a face mask. But when we get outside of our house, then we should wear a face mask. Some people wear glasses, some people wear hats, and some people wear masks. Seeing people wearing masks is different, but it's okay. In fact, it can look pretty fun, right? They have different patterns, they look so cool, right? And some of them even got cool pictures on them. So, I hope you like today's story. That is the end. And one more time, today's story is brought to you by Autism Little Learners by Miss Tara Tussle. Now, let's wrap up real quick before we get going today. So let me move the camera again. All right, children. So, why do people wear a mask and why should we wear a mask when we go out? Or maybe even have a scarf or some kind of covering over our face when we're outside of our home? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Because if we are sick and we happen to have COVID-19 and we don't know about it, did you know that? Sometimes you can be sick and you don't even know about it. Now, if we happen to be sick and we don't know about it, if we wear a face mask, that's going to help us from spreading the germs to other people. That's going to help us less likely to make other people sick. And that's important because we don't want to make others sick, right? Now, what if we are not sick, but the people around us, they are sick and they don't know about it. And if they wear a mask, that's going to help them less likely to get us sick. So all around, wearing a face mask is a good thing nowadays. Now, you can take them off when you get to your own home because again, when you're at your own home, that's a safe place and you won't have to wear a face mask. Alright, I hope you liked today's story and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye!